the patient has deteriorated, it's much worse than expected. So what I figured was, I remembered that on this part, on this connector, I cut off that much because it wasn't doing anything anyway. So that will free up some length, and I might not have to add another stop in there. So, and if I do, it won't be as big as I thought. So, for those of you who are offended by my cultural appropriation, I apologize. I swear to God I'll never do it again. Did you know that Santa Claus is German? Man, I can't wait to see the debate in the comment section on that one. I found this on the side of the road the other day. Found it with a bunch of other cool stuff too. I used to be a caretaker on a tree farm. So I lived there, I got paid under the table. And we would plant trees, dig trees, pin and strap trees, spray Roundup, farmy stuff. And started using these Velcro pruners. These things are awesome for a ton of stuff. They're not cheap. This is the Velcro 7, and it's got this handle that does that. It comes in handy when you're pruning trees all day long. Things I use them for now: eating crab and lobster. This. I keep it set here and one at home. Been watching this channel on YouTube, Survival Russia. It's a Dutch guy who lives in Russia, and he really likes this brand of saw called Silky. And I don't have a lot of use for it, but since he likes it so much, I want one. So I asked for one for Christmas. Campsites, they'll usually sell wood, like 5 or 6 little sticks of wood for maybe $10. So I figured I'm gonna get around that. So I bought a little tiny electric chainsaw, and it's a little 12-inch deal. So what I do is sneak off into the woods, and I look for down cedar trees. They're all over the place down here. And the good thing about them is they don't rot really. The outer outer bark, I guess it is, inner bark. That's it. It'll rot and slough off of the heartwood, and the heartwood is really dense, and it'll be on the forest floor for years before it ever even starts to rot. So it's all this cured wood just laying around, and I go through and cut it up with the chainsaw and bring it on back to camp. And I got an electric chainsaw because it's quiet. Alrighty. That'll give me a lot more clearance. So I was talking with an old friend of mine last night. He had me build a super bird for him. He lives out in Oklahoma, but he's got a brother in New York. And Ronald, he knows about you from the videos, and I think I've talked to him on the phone about you a little bit. But his brother lives like 10 minutes from where you live, and he said that, you know, maybe one of these days when he's visiting his brother, that you guys could get up. He would love for that to happen. He's a real cool guy. He used to be in federal corrections. He's a prison guard, and he was an armorer. So I will let you know the next time he's gonna be around that way, and if you want to meet up with him, fine. If you don't, fine. So I've been trying to figure out a good way to promote these. It's hard to promote something like this on social media because most of the people it interests aren't really active on social media. Kind of the same reason that I didn't choose to go through crowdfunding in the development of this. So for a product like this, that makes it even more challenging. But what I figured I would do is that I don't make shooting videos all the time because I figured you guys would just get burnt out on that, and the few of y'all who do watch the videos will just get tired of it. Plus, I don't really have an easy place to go shoot outside. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all of my videos and just make a montage of them. And Mark, I might use your song that you keep wanting me to put in a video for that. Damn the copyright. One of the things I'm going to try to do pretty soon is try to give you guys some idea of what these things sound like, because in videos, especially trying to do a video in here, the sound that you hear, it doesn't do it justice. And y'all with Superbirds know what I'm talking about, because all of these electronic devices have well, I'm sorry, can you see all right? Have noise limiters built into them. So what I'm going to try to do at the house is place a camera a good distance away and rip off some high round a minute fire, because there's nothing like it. I mean, the only thing that you could equate it to is like a little tiny A10 Warthog firing that big old Vulcan cannon. Other than that, there's nothing that sounds quite like it. I really like it when you can hear the echo. It's just awesome. Now what I'm doing here is off camera. I was getting a good bit of resistance screwing these down, and I thought it might be that the holes that these heads are in weren't quite big enough. So I took it apart again, flipped the screws around and put the head in them, and figured, well, no, that's not it. And then I figured, I screwed the bolts into these nuts, and these nuts were what's giving it the resistance. So I screwed them in and then backed them out, screwed them in, backed them out, and to make them ease up a little bit. But I'm in kind of a predicament here because I'm worried that if I screw these all the way down, these will break if it's not these bolts, these nuts down here giving me the resistance. So this is, you know, I run into things like this constantly, and this stuff is what takes a lot of the time up. But all this stuff will get quicker and quicker. I need to replace these bolts too. Alright, I've got the motor wired up. Got the negative terminal soldered up, and I'm working on the hole. I'm about to tap it. And this, I don't know if you can see, but there is a very slight little gap here and here. That's as tight as I'm going to get this on here. I don't want to risk breaking these. But yeah, look, with the adapter on here, the dovetail to Picatinny adapter, you can't even see, well, you probably really can't even see from there, but there's no gap there. And we were able to use just the one short stop in there, and that's how far we can screw it in now. So for reference, got a lot of meat in there. That's what she said. It works! Alright guys, that's all I got done today. Gotta hang it up and go pick up the boy. Both boys actually. And if I don't work on the other one over the weekend, pretty sure I can get it done. Maybe Monday, Tuesday. I haven't even pulled the trigger on this thing yet. Let's see. Well, she's gonna do just fine.